Hello everybody from IHM, Father Jeff back at it for Guadalupe Report episode 2. If you missed episode 1, feel free to jump back and watch it. It's more of an intro video, so not crucial, but still lots of good content. Some funny stories, funny pictures. Since it's the Feast of the Annunciation, the solemnity of the Annunciation of our Blessed Mother, her wonderful yes, where hell shook in fear at this yes of this little girl, her courage, and her perfect faith that we always strive to model. I thought it would be fitting for the Guadalupe Report episode to be about Our Lady of Guadalupe. In particular, the childlike joy that I experienced of getting to go into her basilica and the incredible moments that I had therein. Upon arriving the first day, we see this giant basilica in the square from a distance as we're driving to the convent where we stayed with the Sisters of the Immaculate Conception. And I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna hop off the bus and run right there. I didn't do that. I didn't think it would be very safe. But then the next day, Craig, the person with Hope of the Poor who was walking around with us, walks us through the square right past the open doors where we can see the beautiful tilma of Our Lady up in the distance, but didn't let us go inside. Like, that's like putting a cake in front of a 2-year-old and saying you can't eat it. It was just mean. Not cool, Craig. Not cool at all. But I didn't run in that time either. I followed Craig, and the next day, or later that afternoon, we were able to go in and spend some time with our Blessed Mother. And just as soon as you walk in there, and so many people have this experience where you just feel the peace of our Blessed Mother, like she's wrapping us in her teal tilma and just keeping us close to her heart and just keeping us safe and protecting us. And it's just absolutely incredible because you go in, you're overwhelmed, you go down around the edges and there's these ramps where there's people movers kind of behind where the altar is so you can't see it down low, so you can just keep looking up. And what you do is you go on the people movers and you go like, bzzz, and then you hop off and you can go bzzz. So you just kind of keep praying in circles. It's rather entertaining and enjoyable to kind of watch all of this happening. But we're also just praying in awe of like, this is my mother. I'm like, I want to give my priesthood to you. I want to put my priesthood in your hands to keep me safe, to guide me. Just absolutely incredible prayer. I was just so full of joy. And then it got even better because one of the first few days we were there, we had the blessing and the privilege to celebrate Mass there. So our group arrived, we checked in. They sent me up this back stairwell to the sacristy to get ready for Mass. And at the top of the stairwell, there's this giant safe door to keep her safe, because somebody tried to blow her up and they've damaged her in the early 20th century, or they weren't able to damage her through the explosion, but they keep security a little tighter these days. Bulletproof glass, big safe door, so I got to be really close to there, which was just absolutely incredible. And then we got to celebrate the Holy Sacrifice of the Mass at a chapel, and I'm just like, I was giddy like a little child. It was just, that whole day was just so awesome. Our Blessed Mother adoring our Lord Jesus Christ behind me when he is in her womb, as she is depicted as pregnant with the Christ child in her womb in this picture, as we'll get about in the next video, as well as this is a pregnancy band, and just absolutely incredible things about this miraculous tilma. But the most important thing is just, she's our mother. There's all sorts of miraculous things about the material of the tilma and the history of the tilma itself and the story. But the most miraculous thing is that this is our mother just wanting to be near to us. As that roof of the basilica is copper and it has turned that tealish color like the Statue of Liberty, very similar to the color of her tilma here. And she is just wrapping all those who enter that basilica in her tilma. She's wrapping the city of Mexico. She is wrapping the Americas, and she wants to wrap all of us. And she wants us to place our hearts in her heart as well, in her hands, so she may lead us to the most sacred heart of her Son. And so on this Feast of the Annunciation, let us join Our Lady of Guadalupe so that we may give her Son more fitting praise. So one day we may be eternally united with him forever. And so thank you for joining me on Guadalupe Report episode 2. And I guess I'll keep up my classic departure with peace out until next time.